And welcome back to the morning show. It's 7:25, time for part two of our Wednesday Wise Guys segment. Matt Sellen, U of I physics professor, is here with Rob and Jamie. They're GAs at the U of I, and today we're talking about insects and Insect Week and all the good stuff, Matt.
Right, so these guys had this awesome Insect Fear Film Festival on Saturday, and the theme is Japanese insects, so, you know, Mothra and big giant bugs crushing buildings and things like that. And so that makes us want to talk about silk, because that's a silkworm sort of originated in Asia. And so I have my silk tie, which I hardly ever wear, but I see that you have one on too.
I do.
And you may wonder where silk comes from, and it's actually fascinating. So we'll let these guys describe it.
Yeah, sure. So silk production was sort of discovered thousands of years ago in China, and continues to be an important product. Is also historically very important, worth its weight in gold actually at one point.
Okay.
So basically how it's produced is from this moth called the silk moth. It starts out as a larva, a caterpillar, and it eats the leaves of the mulberry tree. And eventually, once it gets big enough into a big caterpillar like you see here, it develops into, it spins a cocoon. And it spins this thread of silk around itself and forms this cocoon. The thread itself can be over a kilometer long, so it's one single thread all the way around it. Spins this cocoon, and people use this to harvest the silk. So basically, they take the cocoon and boil it in water, and that degrades a protein.
Oh, it comes apart.
Yeah, so now the silk can come apart like this, and they take one thread. I don't know how they get it untangled.
Wow, yeah, it takes a while.
Yeah, so they take one thread and spin that out with several other threads of silk, and that's how it's made.
Okay, and Rob, you have some here inside?
Yeah, so we've got a couple live silkworms here. So this is there's an adult female. So these are domesticated insects, just like a cow's domesticated. So they're really docile, they're really slow. That's why she's not flying. She can't fly. We've got so these are some cocoons. This is it's a yellow silk cocoon. Won't actually make yellow silk. It comes out when you boil it. Here's some eggs. So you can see they start out really tiny.
Okay.
They just laid these in here last night.
And so here's some silk that was extracted by somebody who knows how to extract silk.
Not us.
And you can get one fiber out of this, and you can show how strong it is, right, by hooking up one of these.
Yeah. So if we have a little loop of fiber here from this silk. This stuff is, it's often bragged to be stronger than steel. And this is a really thin piece of wire. I can barely see it, but if I loop it around this thing right here, I can lift 100 grams with it right there.
Wow, that is strong.
And that stuff is really thin, and I can show you how you at home can measure the thickness of things like hairs and silk strands. If you shine a laser through it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to shine a laser through across there we go. This is a human hair. If I shine a laser across it, you see just above the eye in the morning show sign, there's sort of a horizontal line with some dark bands going down through it, and the spacing between those dark bands determines how thick the hair is. If the hair is thicker, the spacing is shorter.
Okay.
So now if I shine it across a silk fiber, it's the same as a human hair. Oh, so you see that the stuff is very thin.
All right, very good, guys. We're running out of time. We'll have you guys back when you have some more insects. We can talk more about the cool stuff and maybe scare the girls one more time. All right, Matt Sellen, thank you very much. Jamie, Rob, thanks for being here. We appreciate your time. Well, we have much more to bring you this morning on the morning show. We're going to go out live on campus where Amber Jenny is standing by. She's going to have more on the Chiefs' last dance. We'll be back right after this.